Okay, fine. So I think in the last class we went through with your classification of signal, energy and power. I think we went through with definition, the basic formulas which we have to use, followed by difference between, and we try to solve few problems. And I think we solved only problems on energy. So before going for problems on power, so few asked me to solve problems on periodic and non-periodic. Okay, so let me go with that first. Let's quickly glance that problem, how it works. Then I'll come back to your power formula with respect to problems. Is it okay? So everyone got what is the meaning of periodic and non-periodic? So I think you remember classification of signal based on your CT and DT. There are four different categories as we went through. Correct? Huh? So in that we need to know what is the meaning of periodic and non-periodic. So I told you clearly what type of signals are called as periodic. So is it PDF is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So if they ask you to define periodic signal, then you can define like this. A signal is said to be periodic if it repeats at regular interval. So I hope I told you clear example, right? So if it repeats at regular interval means what? So if I take an example, so regular interval, so it may be cosine wave, sine wave, whatever you consider. So at regular interval, if we keep looping, so it is having a infinite durations. Okay, so such kind of things we are going to call it as periodic. It may not be in sinusoidal, it may be square, triangle, rectangle, whatever it is. There should be a repetition with respect to regular interval. So such kind is called as periodic. So similarly, we went through with non-periodic where it doesn't follow the things what we went through. It means what? Does not repeat at regular intervals. If I take a exponential signal, so exponential signal starts like this. Correct? So is it called regular? Is it repeating at regular intervals? Yes or no? So if any signal which doesn't repeats at regular interval, so like this exponential, or I think in the previous class we went through with a rectangular function like this. So there was an interval. So this is not called a regular intervals. So such kind of signals we are going to deal with a non-periodic signal. So first of all, definition wise, any doubts, anyone? Have you got the meaning of periodic and non-periodic signals?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to a problem. See here again, you will be having CT and DT. So let me try to explain CT. The same concept repeats for DT also. Look at the question here. See, determine whether the given following CT signals are periodic or not. If you prove it is periodic, then you're supposed to find the fundamental period. That is your capital T with respect to CT, capital N with respect to DT. So let's go with one simple problem. So you can look at the question here. X of t is equal to cos t plus sine root 2t. So what you're supposed to do is we need to compare the given question with a generalized form. See, irrespective of cos and sine, I am not comparing any cos and sine. I am comparing the functions 2 pi f1, 2 pi f2. In general, the formula which we have to compare is x of t is equals to, it's like cos omega 1t plus cos, I mean sine omega 2t. So I hope everyone know what is omega, right? What is omega?
2 pi f, sir.
Nothing but angular frequency. The formula is 2 pi f. So that's why in general it was cos omega 1. Omega 1 is replaced with 2 pi f1. Similarly here also. So you need not worry about whatever the question says cos or sine. Just worry about what is the interval they are given, whether it is 2t or root t, whatever it is. Only that you are supposed to compare with 2 pi f1 and 2 pi f2. If you compare the cos of first one, So 2 pi 1 is equals to t. That's why the written 2 pi f is equal to t. So from this we want a time period. So to find time we need to find frequency first. So f1 is equal to 1 by 2 pi. So we know that time and frequency are reciprocal, right, to each other. So that is nothing but 1 by t1. Hence we can write t1 is equal to 2 pi. So any doubts anyone till this first point what I told? Is it okay till here? Yeah, I'm asking you people only. Periodic, non-periodic, how to solve the problem. I told the first step, a generalized formula. Forget about this cos and sine. Just worry about the term inside that cos and sine. Compare with the given question. That is what you are supposed to do. If you have two functions, you can give f1, f2. If you have only one function, only f. That's all. Is it okay with this first point?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, you compare with second one. So 2 pi f t is equal to root of this, right? So here again, if you do means you'll get f2 is equals to this much. So that is root 2 by 2 pi. If you compare that with time period t2, you are going to get root 2 pi, right? So now what exactly we are supposed to do is we need to take a ratio between t1 and t2. So after taking ratio t1 and t2, if you prove it's a rational number, if you prove it is a rational number, then only I can tell this is a periodic signal. So you just look at this problem. So after dividing this t1 by t2, you got root 2 as an answer. So root 2 is a rational number. Root 2 is a rational number. No, right? So that is why we can conclude that after taking ratio between t1 t2, since it is not a rational number, the signal is going to be non-periodic. So this is how you're supposed to prove an example for periodic non-periodic. So I just show one example for non-periodic. Can I go with the periodic now?
Yes.
Okay. So I hope you understood this concept. You just need to compare, that's it, nothing else. Trigonometric function, the base formula, worry only about the 2 pi f1, 2 pi f2. If only one function, you can worry about only one omega, that's all. So since two are there, you have to compare two. So now let me move on to one problem which is having the concept of periodicity. So look at this question, guys. Look at here. So x of t is equals to cos 100 pi t plus sine 50 pi t. So this is a question. So again, same procedure, stick on with the base formula, compare it. So after comparing, you are going to find t1 and t2. So is it 1 by 50 or 1 by 25? So any doubts anyone till here? The first point, is it okay?
Yes.
So after knowing this, we'll stick on with the same procedure. Take a ratio t1 by t2. So if you take a ratio, you are going to get 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is called rational number.
Yes.
1 by 2 is a rational number. Agree? So once you prove 1 by 2 is a rational number, then you can conclude the signal is periodic. So you're not supposed to stop here. If you prove any given signal, whether it is CT or DT, if it is periodic, then you are supposed to find or calculate the fundamental period capital T. So to find that, you have three steps to be followed. So step number one, you need to multiply T1 and T2 by a number such that they are full integers. So the meaning is, look at the question, 150 is what the terms we have. So compared to 150, which is having full integer, means maximum number. Compare 150, which is the maximum number. Is it 100?
Yes.
For that reason, we are multiplying T1 answer with 100, T2 answer with 100. So that is the reason why we have taken 100 multiplication. If 75, 50 is given, we should take 75. If 50, 50 is given, we have to go with 50 only. Understood, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So that is step number one. So once you found the further integers, full integers like 2 and 4, because earlier integers was 1 by 50 and 1 by 25. To make it as full integer, we have taken the bigger number from the question. We got 2 and 4. Then step number 2 is you are supposed to take a LCM of that answer what you got from step number 1. So what is the LCM for this 2 and 4, guys?
4, sir.
Good. So this is what step number 2. Look at here. So LCM of T1 and T2 if you consider. So 2 and 4 if you take LCM, it is becoming 4. That is step number 2. And last step is you need to divide whatever the LCM you got, right, by 100. Why 100? Because you have chosen 100 itself is a maximum number to make a full integer. So from that you can conclude that 1 by 25 is what my time period or a fundamental period capital T. So is it fine to everyone what I told? How to do a problem based on periodic and non-periodic?
Yes, sir.
So I hope, is it fine means I will show one problem on DT signal also. So there is slight change in this DT signal is you need not to worry about this full integer concept. Straight away you can find your LCM that will give you the answer. That is the only difference between your CT to DT, because in DT there is no continuity, right? It is having discrete samples, so no need to worry about the full integers there. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So if anybody have doubts how to do this periodic, non-periodic, so especially B section guys, because it's already done for A section. So if you have doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will show you problems on your DT signal. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go with the DT signal problem. So the difference will be what with respect to your question? So they'll be giving n, that is the difference. See, they make you set up, you can see the slide, right? This PDF, what is showing? You can expect 2 to 3 problem like this combinedly. So then it may go to 6 to 8 marks. So 3 to 4 marks per one question they make you. So this is how the split up will be happening in the exam. Okay, so now let's take one example. So cos of 0.01 pi n. So just stick on with the procedure. I told you if you have only one trigonometric function, just worry about that to compare with only one cos function. That is why cos 2 pi fn. I told you don't worry about sin and cos, only about this 2 pi fn. Equate this 2 pi fn to the 0.05. So if we equate, you're going to get 1 by 200, and here no need to write like how we wrote in with respect to our dt. I think we wrote 1 by t1, correct na? So instead of 1 by t1, we will take some other interval because it is with respect to dt, right? So there small t went with capital T. Here small n will go with capital N. That is a change. So here that is why they given capital N. So this is a ratio what I want now. So if we take a ratio of this, look at there. So cos, it came to this page. Look at here. Yeah. So here after taking ratio, so two integers k and n, what you got? So k is 1, n is 200. So since there is a rationalized concept here, can I treat the signal is having a periodic? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
so
sir.
1 by 200 is a rational number. Agree, yaar?
Yes.
So since 1 by 200 is a rational number, I can prove directly it is a periodic. So once you prove periodic, so in this example, simple example, since you have only one trigonometric function cosine, so no need to prove any LCM and all. It is having only one function, right? So straight away, whatever n was there, that itself is my fundamental period, capital N. Is it okay? Similarly, DT also, CT also, if you have only one signal, no need to worry about the 3 steps what I taught you. That is applicable only if you have more than one trigonometry. Then only you can take LCM and you can find that fundamental period. Since you have only one trigonometric function or one signal here, whatever answer you got, that itself is a fundamental period. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will take one example with the combination of two signals. Okay, so look at here. So this is what I told, combination of two signals. So cos of this function and cos of this function. Again, same procedure. So 2 pi fn. See, you should be very careful while reading the question in the question paper. If it is n, write n. If it is t, write t. If you make a reverse operation, you are going to get completely 0 marks. Okay. So cos 2 pi fn, cos 2 pi f2n. Just compare these two. So you're going to get a ratio 1 by 5, 1 by 7. So compare here. So n1 is 5, n2 is 7. So you got a rational number. So is it a periodic number? Is it a periodic signal now?
Yes.
Everyone. So once you've proved this is a periodic signal, what is the next thing I want? I just need to take LCM. That's what I told. No need to apply the concept like what we did. Find the largest number. So that concept won't be applicable to you with respect to dt since it is a discrete. So that's why whatever the ratio you got n1 n2, directly find the LCM for that. So 7 5 is 35. So that itself is your time period capital N. Any doubt still?
No, sir.
Is it okay till here to everyone? So just one sec.
Yes, sir.
So if anybody have doubts till here, you can ask, guys. So I hope you got the concept of odd even and periodic non-periodic. So now we are discussing about energy and power, the last topic in this module number 1. So by this week we have to cover this module. From next week we'll go with your module number 2. Is it okay till here?
Yes, sir.
So let's move on to the continuation part of your energy and power. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of energy and power? Because we went through with energy and power in the previous class. So what type of signal you're going to call it as power signal? So I think we use some word called as, what type of power we use here?
Periodic.
Continuous and periodic, sir.
No. That concept is over. Now I came back to energy and power. So in the power signal, we discussed some difference between normal power to normalized power. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
So normal power means you used to formula what? P is equals to V into I. That is a base formula, or you can use V square by R or I square into R. That is your normal power. If it is a normalized power, what we told, we are going to consider the load is equal to 1 ohm. So then your power will be equal to voltage also, will be equal to current also. Correct now?
Yes, sir.
So then we went through with the definition of your power signal. So a signal is said to be power if its normalized power is non-zero and finite. So non-zero means, so then there should be number apart from 0 and the range should be from 0 to infinity, not from negative, correct? So 0 to infinity. Similarly for energy signal, so it is said to be energy signal when if its total energy is finite and non-zero. So these are two things we went through. Then the formulas I think we listed. So let me glance that, then we'll move it. So I think you can see the formulas here. So this is what the things we went to the last class, right? So you can see. So what type of signal it is? Power signal. So is it periodic or non-periodic?
Periodic, sir.
Good. So power signals are called as periodic signals because of its regular repetition with respect to its interval. So that was not a case with respect to energy signal. It was a non-periodic signal. So that is the difference what we went through. So I hope you remember this. So then we went through with the equations also. So I think we proved this condition. Energy of power signal is infinite and power of energy signal is 0. So any doubts, anyone with that two derivations what we went to the last class?
No, sir.
Fine.
No, sir.
So then we started with respect to your problems. So before starting with the problems, so we had a condition that whatever signal they are going to give, we need to prove whether it is energy or power first. So to prove that, we have went through with 3 different steps, right? So if you prove the signal, I mean, if you observe the signal properly if it is periodic and infinite duration. So we'll repeat the word. If it is periodic, I hope you got to know what is the meaning of periodic. So there should be a regularity with respect to interval or continuity with respect to its interval. So if signal is said to be periodic and infinite duration, it means minus infinity plus infinity. Such kind is called as power signal. So then you can calculate the power signal using the formulas what is visible on the screen. Correct? That is what step number 1 we went through.
Yes.
Similarly, when you observe a signal, if signal is periodic but duration is finite, if duration is finite, then it can't be a what? Power signal, because for power signal we should have a infinite duration. So since it is having a finite duration, even though it is periodic, we have to go with energy signal. That is step number 2. And last step was, once you prove the signal itself is non-periodic, then no need to worry about power signal. Straight away you can implement the concept of energy signal. So this is what the things we went through in the previous classes, and I hope we have solved 2 problems also. Is it so?
Yes.
Okay, so let me come back to the problems now. So this was the derivation what I told. So I hope you understood the derivation, right? So you just need to remember the base formula and you can do some light operation. And this is what the 3 steps which we discussed just now. So you can look at the problem. I will just glance one. So by seeing the signal directly, you told it is a non-periodic signal. So on what basis we told? Can anyone tell me? On what basis you told it is a non-periodic?
Giving the values for n, sir.
Good. So by giving the values of n, see here only you can see clearly mention unit step function. So you know the logic of unit step function, guys. So if you know u of n varies from 0 to infinity or plus infinity, is it having finite or infinite duration? U of n. U of n is having a finite or infinite duration?
Infinite.
Infinite, U of n. Towards only left hand side or right hand side talking, you should have both sides, then only it is called periodic, right? U of n is having only towards positive side, but what is that towards negative side? Is it applicable?
No.
It's not applicable, right? So it means only one side you are going to get. So there only you can judge it is a not having continuity. So that is a non-periodic. Or by substituting the values of n, as your friend told, u of n will start from 0. So I have to take n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Then you can see, I hope in the last class we proved, so maximum peak, then dip, dip, dip. So there was no regular interval. That is why we told this is called as a non-periodic. If we prove this straight away, we can go with step number 3. And hence we have got the formula for energy. So this was summation. So what was x of n? This 1 by 2. See, once I remove u of n, what is happening? Limit check out here. So minus infinity plus infinity went to 0 to infinity. So just apply a summation of 0 to infinity, a power n formula as 1 by a, get the answer. So this is how we understood how to solve energy of a signal. Is it okay till here?
Yes.
Everyone? Okay. So then similarly, I think I taught you what is the meaning of rectangular function. So if they give rectangular function, you should know how to take a signal. Also, I taught you. And we discussed there are 4 different types. One is rectangle, triangle, then you have signum as well as sync. So that representation we will deal later. So now rectangular function, I hope everyone got. So this is how rectangle look like. So apply a limit. So from minus t0 to plus t0 by 2, since it is having t0 in the question. So then you approved the energy of that. Question. I think something is missing here. Okay, fine. So let me write in the pen, not an issue. So what was the answer you got for this after proving it is a non-periodic signal? So since it is having a finite duration, straight away you can go to step number 2. Correct, Appa?
Yes.
So, or you can straight away tell it is a non-periodic. Then also you can do same concept, energy only. So you can apply energy, and I think you got T naught as answer for this.
Yes.
After integration, you should do integration here. So then you integration of 1, you got T as answer. If you apply limit as T naught by 2 and minus T naught by 2, you will get answer as T naught. So really here is what we have solved. So let's move on. So next level of a problem. So is it paint visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go with the next type of problem. So x of t is given now. Write on the question. So x of t is equals to cos square omega naught t. So now I am not going to explain anything. You should tell me whether the given signal is periodic or non-periodic. Cos square omega naught t. Yeah. So this is a given question. Yes. What type of signal it is? So if we are able to judge whether it is periodic or non-periodic, then only you can prove the next level, whether it is energy or power, by using the formula. So till then your energy formula, power formula is not useful. Yeah. Observe the question carefully and tell me whether it is a non-periodic or periodic. All are thinking answers or sitting quietly? Yes, guys. I'm not getting any answers. Is this paint is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What type of signal it is? You're thinking answer or what?
Periodic, sir. Periodic signal,
Is it
sir.
called periodic? Okay. So I got answers from your friends. It is called periodic, sir. Okay. On what basis you told it is periodic, guys? What is the logic behind telling this is called as periodic? Yeah. Yeah, Jan.
So omega t is in nature, so I mean it's continuous with time, so it has periodic.
Okay, fine. See, whenever you find any cosine or sine function with respect to square, instead of worrying about this, you worry about a cos and sine function first. So what is the meaning of cos? So cos function starts from where, guys? So what is cos 0?
1, sir.
1.
One, sir.
So if I give 0 in this, it is going for maximum peak. So it means a signal will be having a conditions like this. It is having a continuous duration. So such kind of signal is what I can represent for cos omega naught t. Agree? So this is how the signal look like. It is continuous. It is not going to stop anywhere because it is having infinite duration. Sarinappa.
Yes, sir.
So if you got cos omega t itself is having an infinite duration with periodic condition, then what will happen for cos square? That is also periodic, right? Yes or no? See, by seeing any cos function, sine function or cosine or square of it, straight away you can make a condition it is a periodic. Why? Because it is having a continuous signal with infinite duration. Is it okay with the first point? See, you need to judge this. That itself is the first thing what I want you to understand. Is it okay to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So once you proved it is periodic and duration is infinite. So which is the step number?
1.
Good. So you have to go with step number 1. So step number 1 means it is nothing but straight away with respect to power. So can anyone tell me what was the formula we used to find the power now? It was with respect to your limit, right? So limit. So t tends to infinity. So since it is having infinite duration, so I have to take time period as infinity. So 1 by t. So whether I want to take integration or summation.
Integration.
Yeah. Integration of minus t naught by 2 to plus t naught by 2. And there will be a magnitude of your given question or a given signal. That is your x of t whole square. So is it what a formula, guys, for the power signal? Is it okay? Is it okay till here, everyone? Okay, good. So now, what is the value of x of t given in the question? That I am substitute here. So if we substitute that value, what will happen for my interval? Will it remains at t by 2 or t naught by 2? Yeah. If it was cos omega t, omega means t by 2. If it is omega naught, then it has to be t naught. Yes or no, yeah?
Yes.
Depending upon the question, you should write there. If it was cos square only omega t, then you would have stick with the same formula. Since it is having omega naught, so let's take a time period as t naught. So substitute this in this position. What was this? So we'll just replicate everything. So interval is going to be minus t naught by 2. Visible, right? What I'm writing?
Yes.
So t naught by 2 to plus t naught by 2. Okay, guys. So what is your x of t? So any of it is positive only. So magnitude will goes off. You can take cos square. See, write the things clearly in the bracket so that you should not get confusion. So this is what my x of t. So for this there is whole square. Agree? For this there is whole square. Agree?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
So if you apply square inside, what is going to happen? Is it like your cos power 4 omega naught t? Is this going to be cos? So square become 4, right? After multiplying the square, it become cos power 4 omega naught t. So this is what my things which is coming under the integration. Any doubts? Anyone tell you? Is it okay, guys? Tell you?
Yes.
Fine. Now, in order to proceed and to get the power, I should apply my trigonometric formula. Then only we can move it, right? So can anyone tell me what is your cos 4 theta formula? Because that is where your cos power 4 will come. Correct now? If you remember cos 4t formula, is it correct what I told? Cos 4 theta itself involves your cos power 4. Yes or no, yeah?
Yes.
So like how we went through with cos 2 theta. If the question was only cos square here, I should have taken cos 2 theta formula here. So same way, since power 4 is there, we have to go with trigonometric formula. See, with this, you got idea that there should be a trigonometric formula also to be remembered by you people to solve the problems on this power and energy. Is it okay? So what is cos 4 theta formula? If you remember, can you tell me? Anyone? Okay, let me tell the formula for this. Then you simplify that and tell me what is the answer. Okay, so that part you can do. So what is the formula? Just make a note. You just make a note and write cos 4 theta is equals to 8 cos power 4 theta. 8 cos power 4 theta minus 8 cos square theta plus 1. 8 cos square theta plus 1. So this is a formula. So from this, what is the thing I want? What we want from this, guys? We want this. Agree?
Okay.
So now You simplify this and tell me what I should write for my cos power 4 theta. So what is cos power 4 theta equals to? So this all will go this side. It means this is plus, this is minus. So what I should write now? You simplify this and tell me what is the answer.
Cos 4 theta
Cos 4 theta
plus 8 cos square theta minus 1 divided by 8.
plus 8 cos square theta minus 1 because it is going towards LHS whole divided by 8 and draw.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I hope everyone got the logic now. Any difficulties for anyone to understand this? Is it okay? So can you implement theta? What is theta now? According to question, what should we
Omega.
replace with theta? Omega naught t, correct and raw.
Yes, sir.
So replace and tell me what is the answer. So replace this theta with omega naught t. I want you to solve on the paper. By just looking at the slide, you can't understand. You write on the paper once. So cos square 4 theta formula we got. And if you take 1 by 8 common, what will happen? Also tell me. After putting here, I can take 1 by 8 common, right? Because I have to integrate separately. So is it over till here to everyone? So we'll erase the upper part. So after simplifying this, so tell me what is the thing present inside trigonometry. So the left out part I'll write here. So limit formula as it is there. So limit as t naught. Now don't write t, you should write t naught tends to infinity. Okay. So integration of minus t naught by 2 to plus t naught by 2. The formula what we wrote for cos square theta, is it okay to everyone? T naught by 2. So you should have awareness about trigonometric formula. Okay, fine. Now tell me what is the thing I should write here. So you replaced everything here. You replaced everything here. So it is like cos 4 omega naught t plus 8 cos square omega naught t minus 1 whole divided by 8. So now let me let you tell the answer. If I take 1 by 8 as a common, so what is the answer left out in the bracket? Yes. Yeah, I want answers from you. I'm waiting answers from you guys. What you're looking for? Yeah. Why everyone went silent? What's the answer? If you take 1 by 8 common, you look at here and tell me, yeah, it's here only, no? I'm replacing
Cos
this. Okay, cos
4 omega naught t
cos 4 omega naught t. Okay,
plus 8 cos square omega naught t
plus 8 cos square omega naught t. Okay,
minus
minus 1
1 into dt.
into dt. Okay, fine. So this much is what you're supposed to got. So I think everyone got till here. Is it okay to everyone till here?
Yes.
See, if you look at this signal carefully, from cos power 4 omega naught t, we got this much reduction, correct? If you observe the signal, again there is cos square theta in this formula. Yes or no?
Yes.
So can we do the further reduction or not? So now you should tell me what is the formula for cos square theta. So as I already told you, what is the formula for cos power 4 theta? Similarly, can you tell me what is cos square theta formula? If you remember cos square theta formula, you will tell me. I'll cut this. Yeah. What is cos square theta formula, Jen? Cos square theta is equals to
1 plus theta divided by 2.
1 plus
Cos 2 theta
cos 2 theta divided by
2.
theta. Is it so, guys? As your friend told, is it okay to everyone? Any difficulties, anyone? Okay, na? So shall we implement this?
Yes, sir.
So what is the change? You can look at here. So there is cos square omega naught t. So just replace this theta with omega naught t and tell me what is going to happen. So just replace this theta with omega naught t and tell me what is the thing going to happen here. So it is 8 times of. So we will simplify here somewhere here only, then we can dump the answer there. That will be easier for you. Yeah. Can anyone tell me what has happened now? So 8 I'm keeping as a constant. So I'm writing answer for this, guys. So only this part. This part we'll write here and we'll substitute there. So 8 I have kept as it is. So cos square theta, we have replaced it with this what? 1 plus cos 2 omega naught t. Kata. So this divided by 2. So can we write this as, so if you want to multiply inside 8 and tell me what is the answer. So let me remove the bottom part. So what is simplified answer now for this only separate formula? So if you make 8 inside, so 2 8 4 aitapa 4 plus
4 cos 2 omega t, sir.
4 cos 2 omega naught t. Okay, and draw. So this is what a simplified answer we are going to get. Any doubts, anyone till here? Agree, everyone?
Yes.
So now you substitute this answer here. So if anybody have doubts till here, you can see each steps as its own trigonometric formula. If you remember this trigonometric formula, then only you can solve the problem. See, it is almost 8 marks problem. Since the length, you can see how much length it is giving. So if you substitute here, this 4 and minus 1 becomes plus 3. Right or wrong? So I hope you got what I told. So 4 plus 4 cos 2 omega t, if you substitute here, So this 4 and you have -1 here. So here there is a -1 like this. So both will get subtracted to get the answer as 3. So if you take that 3 as one constant term, so left out answer is how much, guys? So I think everything will become plus now. So it's cos 4 omega naught t plus 4 cos 2 omega naught t plus 3 into dt. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So if anybody have doubts till here, you ask me, guys, because trigonometric formulas, so straight away you can prove with the periodic condition and you should be having awareness. See, if it was cos t or sin t, this much steps would have not come. Since it is square of that, so much of procedure you are supposed to follow. So this limit you can keep as it is. Now integration as it is. So if I write the terms separately, so how it looks? So integration of, so 1 by 8. So if you apply 1 by 8 for this particular cos, what it looks, guys? So 1 by 8, or directly I can write what? Cos of 4 omega naught t divided by 8. Sarinappa, is it how it looks?
Yes.
So if you want, you can take this 1 by 8 out for this individual integration. So now this individual integration will have this individual limit also. Sarina? Yes or no, guys? So each formula is having limit as 1 by capital T naught is formula is there. It's T naught I left out here, just add it. So 1 by T naught. So limit of this with this, that is one term. Similarly, plus, so into dt is there, don't forget that. So this is one term. Similarly, plus limit as t tends to infinity 1 by T naught into, so here 8 and this 8 will get cancelled.
Yes.
So what is the formula we got here? I think it's cos. No, there was no 8 here. It was 4.
4, sir.
So I should write cos 2 omega naught divided by 4. 4 or 2 na? 12, Venro. 2 no, guys. 4 divided by 8.
4 cos 2 omega naught t, sir.
Enapa?
4 cos 2 omega naught t, sir.
4 is there. Okay. So divided by 2 won't be there, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for this also you have to apply a limit. So I told I'm splitting the integration. So don't forget to write the limit for all. So 2 as done. What is last again? Plus. So again same limit as t tends to infinity 1 by T naught. So everything you write here into what here?
4 divided by 8 and 1 by 2, sir.
That is why I told 8 is multiplied alvapa. So illi nimge this whole thing divided by 8 agutte. I mean this 3 won't be there. 8. So it should be 1 by 12 when draw. So it's cos 2 omega t by 12 when draw.
Sir, it is a 8 cos square omega naught t, no, sir.
See 8 cos omega square you replaced here, no? This was a thing I did, right? Look at here.
Yes,
So
sir.
cos square replaced with this. So again 8 was inside. We are divided by 12.
Divided by 3, no, sir.
We are divided by 2. So we got 4 plus 4 cos 2 omega naught alva.
That's all, no, sir. Why we are dividing by 8, sir?
Why we are?
Why we are dividing by 8, sir?
Here 1 by 8 is common for all alapa.
Okay, sir. You have taken inside the bracket, sir.
Yes, see this is inside a
Oh.
bracket. I am multiplying 1 by 8 for all the terms and I am splitting the integral. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So here initially 4 cos 2 will come. So after multiplying 1 by 8, so it is going to be 1 by 2. Sorry, and draw. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last term in apa. So last time again same, limit as t naught tends to infinity 1 by t naught, integration you're going to apply. So what is left out now? I think it's 3 by 8. So multiplying 1 by 8 to this 3. So it is going to be 3 by 8. 3 by 8 into dt. Is it okay till here to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this is 1 by t naught and limit you're going to apply. Okay. So if anybody have doubts still here, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will move on with the next step, how to solve this problem. Is it okay till here? Is it okay till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now observe the things carefully. There are two terms with cos and cos 40 and cos 2 omega t. If you apply your integration concept for this, minus t naught by 2 plus t naught by 2, check out, is this complete term is going to be 0? Check out these conditions. So I told that since there is a integration with respect to minus t naught by 2 plus t naught by 2, so if you apply integration for the complete cosine wave cycle, this is going to be 0. Just verify that once. To be 0. Similarly, this is also going to be 0. So we will be left out with only this part. Just verify and tell me. So we'll write the things what is left out now. So limit. So I want others to check parallelly. Check out the integration for the cos 4 omega t. After applying integration, is it 0? See, one more thing. Okay, verify. I will tell later. So t naught tends to infinity 1 by t naught. So anyhow, your 3 by 8 is a constant term. We can take 3 by 8 out. So left out is integration of 1. So it means t. Okay. So upper limit minus lower limit, you just apply here. So t naught by 2. T naught by 2. So this is what the left out terms. So remaining two terms we have written as 0. Is it equal to 0? Anyone got the answer? Just verify that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it proved?
Yes, sir.
See, since it is having negative interval t naught and plus interval t naught, if you apply integration for this complete full cycle of cosine, that is going to be 0. So once you prove for one, don't need to worry about the second one. You can directly tell it is also 0. So this is what the left out part. Is it agree to everyone till not? So here if you apply limit as t naught 2 by t naught 2, what is this complete answer now? Is this complete answer is going to be t naught?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So what will happen for this t naught and this t naught will get cancelled?
Yes, sir.
So here on t naught, here on t naught is there, get cancelled. So even if you apply limit, this 3 by 8 is a constant term which is taken out. So can we justify that 3 by 8 is a answer for your power? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is how you are supposed to solve the power problems. I hope everyone got an idea. See, like this, whatever trigonometric function they give, see cosine individually, sine individually, if they give, this many steps won't come. Since it is having square of that, so you have to remember cos 4 theta formula and cos 2 theta formula. If you know that, then just a mathematical expression to get the answer of power. So what is the unit for power? What is the unit for power here?
Watts.
Good. So don't forget to write that. Similarly, whenever write energy, write joule, and here it is watts. Okay. So this completes your one more type of problems in energy and power. Is it okay to everyone till here?
Yes, sir.
So if
Yes, sir.
anybody found difficulties to understand till here, you can ask. Otherwise, we will end the session. Is it okay? So you're able to got the logic behind energy and power now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, everyone. So see you next class. Take care.